All right, I'm here at Lowe's and I wanted to show you guys some easy perennials to grow in your garden. Some of these I grow currently, so I'll go through this really quick and show you some of the plants that I have in my own garden. So we'll start with this. This is actually Daisy Rudbeckia, and I have several types of Rudbeckia in my garden currently. They're phenomenal plants. They actually will seed themselves year after year. Great for a dry space, but they'll take some irrigation as well. But great for full sun. They'll bring in native bees as well. And here we have a couple of different types of salvia. This is actually New Dimensions Rose Salvia. Of course, salvia is very popular with the bees, as you can see there. And this is a plant that will grow about 18 to 20 inches tall. And that's been my experience with it, at least. It says 8 to 12 inches high here and 12 to 18 inches wide. And that may be true depending on the growing conditions. This is a Shasta Daisy called Snow Lady Shasta Daisy. Again, a mounding perennial, 10 to 12 inches high by 8 inches wide. This is a little small, a little bit more dainty than the typical Shasta Daisy I'm familiar with. And any aster is going to bring in native bees. So great for pollinators. Here we have Echinacea Pow Pow Wildberry. This is Rudbeckia Wildberry in my cottage garden. You can see it growing with Rudbeckia and also some native coneflower as well. The native is taller and the wildberry stays a little shorter. These are about 24 to 36 inches in here in this bed. And these will grow from zone 3 to 9. Very adaptable plants. Similarly, this is the Pow Pow White. I really like that gold, kind of gold orange center in the middle. This is Sombrero Lemon Yellow Coneflower, another Echinacea from Monrovia. This is a must-have in any perennial garden. This is Millennial Allium. And I'll show you mine in my own garden. It's in full bloom right now in June. All right, these are our Millennium Alliums in our own garden. We've had these in the ground for about 2 years now. This is the 3rd season. They don't require much attention at all. I very rarely have to water them. They're pretty carefree. They actually maintain their greenery through a good portion of the winter unless we get a really hard cold snap. These are good in zones 4 through 9. They were going to prefer acidic soil, but they're not going to be too fussy. So, great garden plant. All right, taking a look at the perennials that Proven Winners has put out. No perennial garden needs to be without a Russian sage. This is Denim Lace from Proven Winners. Very good for the sunny, dry spots in the garden. Some Veronica, which are always pollinator favorites. And then we have the Proven Winners opening at Ultra Pink Phlox. And then the Luminary Ultraviolet, which is another phlox. And these run at $11.98, 32 to 36 inches tall. Now some of these Proven Winners plants are not labeled, but I believe this is going to be a salvia in the Profusion series. And I think this is one of the, this is one of the daylily plants that actually does have a label here. That's the Going Bananas, Rainbow Rhythm Going Bananas Proven Winners Daylily. Very nice color. And of course, I don't think you can set up a perennial garden without including a hydrangea. Even though it's a shrub, this is a fantastic plant in the perennial garden. So which one is this? This is a Proven Winners called Limelight Prime. That is their newest Limelight. This gives a little bit more sturdy stems, so you don't get as much flopping with this plant. and it's going to fade from a lime green, lime white to a pink flower as the flower ages over the summer. So that is Limelight Prime. This is one of the reasons that Proven Winners developed the Prime series of Limelights, because this is the standard Limelight, and we just had a rain last night, a pretty big thunderstorm, and it's wanting to flop over just a little bit. So the new Prime series is going to give those plants stiffer stems, more stability to stay up even after a heavy rain. And they have the Limelight in a tree standard here at Lowe's. That's the first time I've seen them here at Lowe's. That's $110 for a tree standard. And then this is a newer variety called Little Lime Punch. $29.98. And here's the nice thing, 3 to 5 inches or 3 to 5 foot tall and wide. Full sun to part shade. I definitely recommend in zone 8A, which is where I'm located. Provide some afternoon protection and your flowers won't burn in the heat of the sun. That is Little Lime Punch. All right, here's another Limelight. And this is actually in a mixed privacy border, and the blooms are just starting to emerge now. Got it planted here with Cryptomeria and also dwarf Burford hollies. These will do great in hardiness zones 3 through 8. So I'm kind of pushing the limits. I'm right on the edge of that at zone 8A for as far as heat tolerance. They'll need consistent moisture as well, but if you protect them from the afternoon sun, they should do great for you. And they'll definitely tolerate 4 to 6 hours of sun in most gardens. Of course, if you want a smaller variety, you can go with Little Lime, which will get about 5 feet tall, depending on your environment. And very, very similar to the Limelight and the Limelight Prime, just a little bit smaller.